give, not only is that a show of faith and trust in God, it's also a way to show God that He's the priority. I entered this church probably roughly around 5 months or so ago. I was invited by a wonderful friend. We were talking about our faith, and we were talking about different ways to get closer to God. And I was in a space where I know I needed a church home, but I wasn't sure where to start. I wasn't sure where to go. Before I knew God, before I was close with Him, I was wanting to be out in the world. I was wanting to get out of my parents' house. I was ready to be out there, ready to struggle. I don't know what was going on, but I was so ready to experience what the world had to offer. With that desire, it just led me farther and farther away from God, from what He's wanted for my life, for the things that He was ready to do in my life. I had to find my identity again. I had to rebuild myself mentally. And so the first thing I did was dive straight into God and just kind of reassess, like, how did it get here? How did I get to this place? Whether it's your fault, whether it's not, whether it's your choices, whether it's the choice of the world, He brought me out of that hole. He literally went in there with the light, with the ladder, and pulled me out. There's nothing like giving. At first, you want to hold on to, you want to keep it. You want to say, well, God gave it to me, so this is for me. Not realizing that God gave it to you for a purpose, for a reason. God gave it to me so I can give to someone else, so they can say, oh, God did this for me. The feeling of giving, it's indescribable because you already know what God gave you. You already know what He did in your life. So whatever God gave you, when you give that, it feels 10 times better. It feels 100 times better. When you're able to give that to someone else, you're able to see how it affected them, how it impacted them. So giving is just a way to get closer to Him. It makes His voice clearer. It makes His work in your life clearer. It's a beautiful thing.